think that both countries recognize that a complete decoupling is not possible. Our economies are too much intertwined. But I don't think that any expert or any government official denies that this trade relationship or economic relationship is one that can be ignored or destroyed in any way. Not only our economies depend on it, but the world economies. I think many people have said there is no more important relationship this century than the US-China relationship. That, of course, includes the economy.
So I think that we need some confidence-building measures, as both presidents have called for. Both countries have very high tariffs against the goods going across the Pacific, and excluding whole product areas, perhaps permanently, would be an easy first step that both governments should take. Let's keep the national security issues constrained with a tall fence around a narrow area, rather than a broader and broader area over time.
My sources tell me that there are some 240 draft laws have been put out and to solicit public opinions through the National People's Congress website. And more than 2.4 million participants have offered their opinions. And the number of opinions since 2008, so 14 years or so, has been something like more than 5 million. So many people offered opinions on multiple laws. Process goes forward, the people are getting used to it and are participating more, which is what leadership wants. And that is a very innovative approach to creating the output and the benefits of democracy without what people in the West would think are the foundational principles of democracy.
I think the biggest question is from the viewpoint of policy. What is going to be in the coming years EU policy towards China and China policy towards the EU? And I think that depends very much on what's happening, number one, on the bilateral disputes between China and the United States, on the one hand, and on the other, about the ability of China, the European Union, the United States, and other partners to make progress at the WTO in the multilateral framework.
I think the key here is twofold, really, from a Hong Kong and Chinese point of view. One is Hong Kong makes some really serious headway in its economic and social problems. I mean, this is at the heart of the matter. And secondly, if it does that, then it can win, I think, the hearts and minds over time of the Hong Kong people. If it does, then a lot of the dissatisfaction which lay behind the troubles in Hong Kong will be removed, will decline. It'll take time. People need to have hope, need to feel confident about the future.
You're from Shanghai, so you know what the Jewish history there is, which is a very positive, one of the few positive stories from World War II, where some 20,000 European Jews were saved during the Holocaust in Shanghai. There are also other Jewish communities and Jewish history in China, in Harbin and in Kaifeng. There's a small Jewish community. So there are many shared values that we have, family, education. There are a lot of things that tie us, and I think that tie us together. And I think that the relationship between Jews and between Chinese has been and continues to be extremely positive. And I see that here in the United States with our relationships with Chinese Americans, that there are a lot of very, very strong ties.